Ellis, lovely to meet you. Now we're
Thank
here
you.
at the Cannes Film Festival. What are you hoping to achieve while you're here?
Well, we want to make the presence of the Dominican Republic be known. Last year was our first year after we have a new incentive law, so we declare ourselves as the new kid on the block because we didn't know anybody in that neighborhood of cinematography of the world, and certainly they didn't know us. So we decided to be the new kid on the block and to go around and meet everybody and have everybody meet us. So we came to the main festivals, including Cannes, of course. We went to Berlin, we went to Guadalajara, we went to Sundance. So we have been going places with our message so that people get to know that we now exist as a film destination, the Dominican Republic, and that we have a good incentive law that is very attractive for foreign producers, that we have a number of other facilities, and that filming in the Dominican Republic can be a great experience. So I'm here to tell the world that, from Cannes to the rest of the world.
And with regards to the new laws that you've got coming in, can you tell us a little bit more about the history and go into a little bit more detail about that for us, because it's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Okay, our new incentive law has two main roads. One is directed locally to Dominican national producers. And for them, the law says that Dominican businessmen can retain as much as 25% of what they have to pay to the government as income tax. They can retain as much as 25% if they invested in the movies. So it becomes a very attractive proposition for the businessmen to become investors, because in the end they will be using government's money. And for the Dominican producer, it makes a big difference, because before it was a very great risk to invest in movies. Now the risk is gone because you're using government's money. So each producer, what they have to do is sell the Dominican businessmen the idea that they have a good project, that they have a good product, but the money is there. So the difference in that is that we used to film about 4 or 5 movies a year, 2 years ago and before. Last year we jumped over 20. In fact, 23 filming permits were issued by my office. 19 for Dominican movies and 4 for foreign movies. Now, the other side of the law says that if you are a foreign producer and you come to film in the Dominican Republic, we give you back 25% of what you spend in the Dominican Republic. We give that back to you through a transferable tax credit, which is very easy to monetize once you have it. So that becomes also a very interesting proposition. We also eliminate the 18% value-added tax to most goods and services that you purchase in the Dominican Republic to do your film. If you add to that the fact that we have a local crew base that has been in a moment of expansion, and that we have a number of foreign films like Godfather 2, like The Good Shepherd, and The Fast and the Furious that have been filmed there, some of them long ago and some of them fairly recently. We have a number of experiences that we can provide to a producer that would come in now.
And it's also a very exciting time, isn't it, for the Dominican Republic?
Certainly
with
it
Pinewood.
is. Well, that's now you mentioned Pinewood. The news item for 2013 is that on June the 10th, just about 3 weeks from now, our president of the country will be coming to the facilities that Pinewood and the Dominican company Indomina are presenting to the world on June the 10th. A big water tank, maybe the biggest in the world today, and the most technologically advanced, on a beautiful geographical location that you can get nothing better. You have a 180 degrees ample view on horizon, and that will be the water tank that all film producers with scenes on the seas would like to get. So that is a news item, and they are working on studio facilities whose first soundstage will be presented on June the 10th. Eventually, there will be 6 sound stages that will make up the studio complex. So that's what we are offering foreign producers nowadays. I expect we issued 23 permits last year, 2012. With this addition, I expect that we will be issuing between 30 and 40 in 2013, and that quite a few of them are going to be foreign films. So the world of cinematography is changing so much for the better for the Dominican Republic because of the law, because we are doing it in a serious manner. As I say in my audiovisual presentation here in Cannes, the film office that I direct is efficient, works promptly and responsibly. I come from the private sector myself, so I know the value of time. We practically do not use bureaucracy. No time to be lost. Time is money. So that's the way we work.
And when I touched upon you had something exciting to say, it sounded like you had something else to share with us as well.
Well, the fact that you asked me whether we had a Dominican film here in Cannes. No, we do not. We don't have a feature film here, because so far the movies that we were making were basically folkloric movies full of Dominican humor that mostly only Dominicans understood. Now, having eliminated the risk factor for movie making because of the law, now Dominican producers are going into different genres. And now we have drama, we have horror, we have animation coming up. So I expect that by next year, 2014, when we come back here to Cannes, we should have at least one Dominican movie competing in one of the classifications that are taken into account here. So our movie making is being enriched not only by quantity, but also by quality.
I think what's nice what you're saying as well is that you're not just looking out for the international markets and how you can accommodate them, but you're actually looking after the own employment really within the Dominican Republic and making that all fresh and new as well, isn't it?
Certainly.
Nurturing your own.
In as much as we have more Dominican productions, many Dominicans will get involved, and as much as we have foreign productions coming in, we will be enriched by the transfer of technology, by getting to know some of the latest equipment that actually are part of the industry, and we will have famous directors coming in. I know with these new facilities that we have now, once they are formally presented, there are some big titles that have been waiting for that to happen, to announce that they are coming to the Dominican Republic to shoot their film.
So exciting times ahead.
Besides, I would like to tell you, Claire, it is very interesting for a foreign producer because of the economic side. They can save money, they can do their projects a little cheaper than elsewhere, but besides that, they will also have a great experience by being in the Dominican Republic. We have terrific good weather all year round. We have some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And we Dominicans are simple people. We smile constantly, you know. So it can become not only a fruitful experience on the economic side, it can be a very enriching experience on the human side. People that come to do their job, to do their work, they will also have a great personal experience by being in the Dominican Republic.
So education obviously is very important as well within
Yes,
you?
you know, with the increase of the number of movies that are being made, uh, when we saw that the law was going to be successful, we said, uh-oh, we have the personnel to do 4 or 5 movies. Now that we are doing more than 20, who's going to make these movies? It's about the same people. So we realized that we should embark in an urgent training capacitation program that would elevate the condition of our people involved with the industry. So we did that. And for over a year, we have been bringing the top professors from Argentina, from Cuba, from Los Angeles, Hollywood, from New York, and from Madrid. And we have been elevating the condition of the Dominican workers in the industry. And that is what has allowed us to meet the new demand. Now, we have Dominican students, as we speak at this moment, doing 3, 4, or 5-year careers in Buenos Aires, Argentina, in Costa Rica, in New York, in LA, in Rome, in Paris, in London. So those are the young Dominicans that will come back to the country in 3, 4, or 5 years, prepare to substitute some of the current ones and respond to the new and added demand that the new law facilities are creating for cinema in the Dominican Republic.